Lawin Media Network.
Bringing to you the most relevant content across all platforms.
Business, legal, politics, health, lifestyle, and entertainment.
Your source for all the news and updates in the greater Houston community, from Texas and all over the world.
Get informed and empowered with Lawin Media Network.
The following program is produced by Lawin Media Network. The views and opinions expressed in this program are solely those of the individuals appearing on the show and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Lawin Media Network, its affiliates, sponsors, or partners. The content provided in this program is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Lawin Media Network does not guarantee the accuracy, completeness, or timeliness of the information.
Hello, good evening everyone, and welcome again to another episode of Be Bold, Why Not? My name is MJ, of course, one of your co-hosts, and it's a pleasure to have you again tonight, and magandang umaga to those who are in the Philippines. Welcome to the show, and hello, Atala.
Muy buenas noches, ¿cómo estás, MJ? Es un privilegio estar aquí con ustedes una vez más en Be Bold, Why Not? Bonsoir, je m'appelle Atala et aussi je suis avec MJ. C'était vraiment un plaisir d'être ici avec vous. Sì, buongiorno anche, è un piacere veramente essere qui con tutti voi. MJ, this is a privilege to be here with you again in another episode of Be Bold, Why Not? But first of all, how are you doing today?
Well, I'm good. It was quite busy at work, but it went by so fast. You know, when it's busy, you just don't notice the time and it's like, oh, my day is over. But it was good. But what about you? What have you been into, Atala?
Well,
what's your weekend? You know, we had a great weekend. We just,
yes, the weekend was really, really nice. It's always good to just pause a little bit, because we always are doing something very active. So it was really nice. The weather was beautiful in Houston, some nice walks, a little bit of exercise, just kind of create some other information for other events that is going to be coming up. So it was very, very nice. Very grateful for this week.
Well, we had the awards night at the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce Greater Houston Region. And I was one of the hosts or MCs for the night. And it went well. It was really fun. And people were so pleased with how it turned out. And we had awardees that we were able to honor. And we had a lot of dignitaries too that joined our event. So it was a pretty successful event. So we are very, very grateful. And of course, gratefulness, right? That's one thing that is very important in our daily lives. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. But before that, we just want to remind everyone that we are live on Facebook and YouTube. And what's the other live we are in?
Stream. We always get that word, It's amazing, But
stream.lawin.live. And if they miss the live show, they can listen to our podcast like Amazon Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and there's a lot of other podcasts that they can actually listen to.
They can listen to Pandora's, yes, Podcast Addict as well. And, we're going to encourage them to always just kind of tune with us, which I think is the most important. That way we can interact. We can always listen to you and also to your ideas, concerns, and it's just nicer when we're able to connect with people at the same time.
That's correct. And of course, we always have a game in the show. So we want to encourage our viewers to participate in our game. And let's show the video where it shows how they can actually be part. Okay.
How to join the game. 1. Watch the live show and listen to the conversations. 2. Watch out for the 2 questions of the day on your screen. 3. Type your answer for each question in the comment box. 4. The first to type in the correct answer for each question wins. Good luck!
All right. Yes. Good luck to our viewers. And please stay for the whole show. Listen to our conversations. And we actually encourage you to be active. You can give your comments, ideas, shout outs on our Facebook, and we will read them. And if you have any questions, we will try our very best to answer them. Right, Atala?
That's correct, MJ. But I'm so excited. I think this is one of my favorite topics, honestly, because there is no way that you can embrace life in a better way that to be grateful for.
Oh,
So this is
yes.
going to be our episode today. But first of all, I really would like to just kind of know a little bit more about how do you embrace gratitude in your life, MJ?
Yeah. Well, for me, I think I have been grateful all my life, good and bad times. I think I have practiced gratitude because I believe in the power of gratitude. But first off, I just want to mention, very significant people in my life that have brought me to where I am today. And I am always going to be grateful for them. I am forever, ever grateful for these people. Like, my relatives in California, they helped me through my education and all. I have relatives in the Philippines that have been helping me. Of course, my brothers and sisters, my siblings, they've been my inspiration, my parents, and now my family, because they serve as my inspiration. So in all the challenges that I've gone through my life, I always try to practice gratitude because I know that all these challenges have made me a stronger person. So I will never ever regret having gone through any of those hurdles in life because they are they are the instruments, okay, that have brought me to where I am today. So
I love
I
what you
always,
said.
yeah.
I love what you say because I think that's the key, when you look into life like you're going through something difficult and you're able to find the blessings, the gifts, the opportunities,
Mhm.
that changes everything. That changes your perspective, the way you feel, the way that you act, the way that you
Yes.
think. Everything looks different, but also give you a very, uh, like a better perspective.
Mhm.
It actually brings you answers without even looking for because you are able to be grateful in those difficult moments. And I think that's like a muscle that we can all exercise. I think that's the key
Mhm.
in turning around, perspective through gratitude. That's
Yes. What
beautiful.
about you, Atala? What are the
Oh
what
my
are the
God, I'm
things
very
that you are
grateful.
most
I always am
grateful of?
grateful. I'm always grateful to God first because to me every
Mhm.
day is a gift. It's a gift, like allow me to wake up, to breathe, to feel happy, to know that I have a purpose on daily basis, that I'm gonna be able to share with somebody, maybe my purpose, but more than anything else, just by being there, present.
Mhm.
I'm very grateful for my parents, for everything that they taught me, for helping me to see life with different eyes, for the
Mhm.
resilience, for the love, of course, my family, my son, who encouraged me,
Mhm.
so many people. I think that on a daily basis, I always find something to be grateful for. And I always
Mhm.
look for the simplicity in life, the little things that become the big things in my life.
Mhm.
So many things, many, many things.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I cannot even enumerate all the things I'm grateful for. And you're right. When we wake up in the morning, just having you're being able to breathe fresh air and being able to, every second of the day, every minute, we are grateful because we're here. We're alive and kicking. And
That's
we are
right.
healthy. We have family and friends that love us. We have strong relationships. There's so many things that we can be grateful for. And it just sets the tone and it sets your day because if you are not grateful with what's going on in your life, you'll never be content with what life can bring you. And
And
actually there's, yeah.
nice, like when I think about people, like they share, what is going on in their lives, I always start to asking them, what is going on well in your life? And look
Mhm.
at the little, look at the little things that in reality we should never ignore. Just the fact that you can move, the fact that you can breathe, that you can even feel pain, because that means that you are alive, right? The fact that we have our sense, and sometimes we just take it for granted, but we should never take it for granted. We should always, be grateful for those opportunities that we have, because we can create our day on daily basis. And I do believe that we always can find something, truly something to be grateful.
That's right. And actually, there are a lot of health benefits of being grateful. There are studies out there, there are articles out there that actually proves that gratitude actually enhances our physical, mental, and emotional health. And one of
Definitely.
which, yeah, like it helps reduce depression. There are studies right there that the higher is your gratitude score, the lower is your depression. It helps because if you're grateful of everything, even the little things in your life, you tend to have more joy. So you appreciate things, and that
And
will prevent,
actually, the
yeah.
body, as you
Mhm.
mentioned, the body will always be grateful for that, because I have noticed, and I'm sure that you too, medical
Yeah.
field, when I ask the patients, what are you grateful for? I love to ask that question
Mhm.
because I notice that their mood is really low, they are moving in fear, which is very normal, a lot of
Mhm.
anxiety to the unknown. But at the moment that you start reconnecting them with, what are you grateful for? Tell me something. And they are in shock. But
Mhm.
then we start going like, you have insurance. You're using your insurance. Your family is here at your bedside. You're having them in the best care possible. So you
Mhm.
start going a different road, and they
Mhm.
start really actually thinking consciously, wow,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that's
That's
true.
right. Yes, because it lessens anxiety, it reduces depression. I mean, and I think that's one thing too that we sometimes overlook, and we don't give much time for this positive feelings of gratefulness, and then people will just start taking medications. But we
Correct.
disregard the power of gratitude. But
Actually, you know
in
what? Something
our
else.
culture, yeah, in our culture, we practice that. I think that's why I feel bad because there are people out there that they start on medications very young, early on. And
Actually, when you think about it, at the moment, I remember with my son, I always ask, what are you grateful for today? Even until today, 22 years old. And you know
mhm,
what it does? It really reshaped, the way you see
mhm,
but also it gives you different kind of, you become very resilient, but also
mhm,
very positive in life. Why? Because
mhm,
you're really looking for the good things in life, and that
mhm,
comes natural. Sometimes you don't have to make the effort anymore. But as you say before, improves your well-being,
mhm.
your immune system, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
allows you to sleep better in night, have
yes,
more clarity. So
yes,
the
and it also is hard. I mean, good for the heart. 'Cause there are studies out there too that proves that it can help actually reduce your diastolic blood pressure. If you're always grateful, it's healthy for your heart. So there's a lot of benefits, as you said. I mean, improves sleep, relieves stress, decreases
less
anxiety.
cortisol.
Uh,
Yes.
yeah. So why don't we just this, and it's free, you don't have to pay for it.
And
Right.
there is no negative side effects. You just think about it.
Yeah,
It's just like
yeah.
the best skill you want to call that you can take every single day. No
Hmm.
side effects,
Yeah.
just positive, outcomes in your life. So what should
Hmm.
embrace even more this great feeling of being grateful?
Yes, yes, that's very true. And there's a lot of health benefits out there, and if only people will realize that, then it makes life better. If but it's no perfect world. There are those people that it's hard for them to practice gratitude. It's maybe because they never did it. Like it's hard for them because they never started early, and it's a practice. Like it becomes a habit, just like what you said. It becomes
To
a
have
muscle.
to
Yeah.
have it.
What?
One day,
Yeah.
let me share with you, I was giving a session, like a group session, and I love it. It was about gratitude. And I
Mm-hmm.
asked questions and one of the persons say, Atala, this is so difficult for me. I enrolled in a program where I needed to find like 5 things to be grateful every single day. The first few days was fine. After certain days, it becomes stressful for me. And I asked him, what are you looking in life that made you feel that it's so difficult for you? And he was trying to look for the big things in life. So sometimes we ignore the simplicity, the things that are available to you. A cup of coffee, you can smell, you can walk, that you can go to work, that maybe you are going back from work to your house without any problem, no issues. All those things are something to be very grateful.
Yes, yes. I mean, there's so many things. Yeah, because if we know how to be grateful with the little things, the more that we know how to be grateful with the big things. I think we start with small things and it becomes part of our lifestyle, being grateful. And before we actually move on, I think we're going to go on our first break. So we'll see you in a minute. Welcome back. And again, our viewers, please, if you have any questions, if you have any ideas, if you have any shout outs, feel free to share them and we will share it to all the other viewers. Yeah, we would want to encourage you to participate. So other than reducing anxiety, depression, improve sleep, and, it also increases your energy, right?
I love that because that's think about it. Sometimes we are like, I don't have any energy, right? How many times you heard people say, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I don't have energy. I have a lot of things to do. I'm stressed out. Think about how many times a day people constantly are repeating those words. That becomes their reality. At the moment that we start changing, reframing, what are you grateful for? That simple practice, that simple habit, it will increase your energy at a higher level. It's unbelievable. So it's something that we should just kind of decide to do it consciously on a daily basis because it's like investment. When you start really practicing this habit, definitely your energy is going to improve. There is no way that it's not going to happen. So that's like one of the best investment that we can do on a daily basis. To really feel more happy, to feel happier, to feel energized, more productive, more focused, more creative. There's just a lot of benefits there.
Oh, yes, yes, absolutely. Plus, imagine you as a person always grateful to other people. How powerful is that? You are building like stronger relationships. Because if they feel that you are sincerely being grateful for everything that they do for you, or even just little acts of kindness that you receive from other people, even just their time, you appreciate their time and their efforts and their ears when you need someone to talk to, and you always express gratitude, you are strengthening that bond and relationship with the person that people around you.
Something that is important, authentic gratitude, Even when you are with your coworkers and somebody does something nice, it's very good to say, I'm so grateful for what you did. Or when even people come into your life say, thank you for helping me to achieve this, we need to really be able to be more open to say, thank you, I'm grateful for, to really kind of open our hearts and share this beautiful, beautiful value, that is available to all of us at any time. And it will really, really give us not just the benefit of feeling stronger and happier, but energized. Energy is everything to be able to perform in life.
Yeah. And as I said, imagine being the recipient of other people being grateful to you. So it makes you feel good. So it fosters or strengthens relationships. So it's not just the mental, emotional, physical, benefits, but you are fostering greater and stronger relationships with other people. And you have that kind of mindset, and if you are sharing that kind of positivity in other people or with your relationships, then they also are more like into being grateful to you too. So it's a very good relationship that you're
It works
establishing.
in both ways. Think about it. For
Yeah.
example, what happens when you are with your husband and he does something nice for you?
Mm-hmm.
Automatically, when you are grateful for whatever he did, it just kind of encourages him to continue doing it for you. Same
Mm-hmm.
thing with our kids, when we teach them to be grateful, that be thankful for anything that is happening to your life, they're going to start really being very appreciative for the
Mm-hmm.
little things, for the efforts. And when they grow, they're always going to have that mentality. So in reality, we are investing in something for their future as well. With that kind of mindset, it's gonna be better than life, believe it or not. Same thing with our friends, with our family. There is nothing wrong to say thank you. Absolutely, it's something that actually kind of feeds your spirit if you
Mm-hmm.
think about it.
Yeah. So other than, of course, we've talked about how it strengthens relationships, it also cultivates generosity. Because if you are like very open and in saying thanks, and you're creating this positive cycle of being grateful all the time, then also you can give more because you're being grateful. For some people, it's hard to say thank you, right? But if you practice it every day and if you actually share it with other people, then that also like cultivates generosity. It's like kindness and
And
positivity.
also
Mhm.
positivity, empathy as well.
Uh-huh.
I
Yes,
believe
yes.
that when you say, like people who come into your life and you're able to connect with them, and then you do something and they come to you and say, really, thank you for this. So sometimes they actually, it's amazing because when you cultivate that kind of spirit, you attract people that they also want to be very appreciative for whatever you do in life.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of contagious, that kind of attitude, and actually improves the well-being, improves relationships, and also our health. So why not start embracing on daily basis on a conscious level?
Yes. Yeah. And it may be, as I said, it's a habit that we try to learn. Some for other people, it's a challenge to practice it because they may have not done it like very often while growing up, or it may have not become a practice for them, being grateful or being thankful for for even the little things in life. So it's a little bit of a struggle for some people to practice gratitude. And that is why we're here. Yeah.
They can start little by little, because it's
Mhm.
true. Sometimes for us, maybe it could be easy because we grow in that way. It is common, for us. But sometimes it could be a challenge, which is true.
Mhm.
When we don't develop that mindset, it's like a struggle because you don't see good things in life, right? So
Mhm.
it's about changing the direction, reframing, becoming more conscious. And I believe sometimes the simple thing that you can do is really, in a little, it could be container or something, start writing in a small piece of paper, something that happened to you that you are grateful during the day. Just one thing. Don't go for
Mhm.
3 or 5, just one little thing. And just put in there. And
Yeah.
when you least expect it, when you something is going wrong in your life, go back, pull out that paper and remember where you were grateful. And it will change the perspective.
Mhm.
That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, we have a comment from Lysel watching from Dumaguete City. Thank you so much, Lysel. And also uh from the Philippines. Hello,
Hello.
Tita Delia Ligot. Thank you so much for watching us. Maybe you can share with us, po, what things you're grateful for. Yeah, feel
I would
free
love to
to.
hear from them.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
please do it.
we would love to know what are the things, even just little things that you are really you appreciate in your day-to-day life. So share with us, Lysel and Tita Delia, please, if you want. Yeah, and we'll read it to our viewers. So Share with us what you're grateful for. Yeah.
You know, wanted to share with you also, MJ, there is something beautiful about, for example, I call like a gratitude walk, in where I just go and walk and just really start just finding the blessings in my life on daily basis. And even if it's for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever time you wanted to do it during the day, and it gives you a lot of clarity and also energy, of course, because you're just focused on the good things in your life. So that gives you that kind of strength, motivation, like positivism, energy. So I will encourage also to start just practice maybe for 5, 10 minutes, whatever time you decide, but I can guarantee you it will help you in your mood, and also it will energize you and give you different perspective in your life.
Yeah, and I want to share too. When I was new here in Houston, Texas, and of course I came from Lubbock, and it's like everywhere in Lubbock is like 15 minutes away, right? From my house to my work in Lubbock, Texas, I park right in front of the building. But here it's different. And then I experienced more traffic. You know what? Even amidst in the middle of traffic, I take that chance to actually like listen to music. So I am grateful because I have a chance to actually like sing in the car. So I'm not kidding. Sometimes when I'm driving and it's too traffic and I have my radio like on Christian radio and I just keep singing and like
That's
it's
wonderful.
just yeah, it's just a way to turn something negative into positive. And I think
Actually,
that is one,
that's mastery,
yeah.
If you're
Mhm,
able to do that, MJ, I
mhm,
believe it's just one of the most important
mhm,
techniques that we can use in our daily life. When we're
mhm,
able to transform, those moments, those difficult moments, difficult conversations, those kind of moments of frustration into something that it allows you to feel good about it,
mhm,
or how can I transform this pain into growth, into learning
mhm,
something? That's
mhm.
that's the key. And we
Yes,
can always embrace that mentality. We can always transform the way that we're feeling by just deciding to be grateful.
I think it's because it comes out natural for us because we are practicing it every day. So amidst those difficulties and even those challenges, any negative situation, we still can smile. We can still be positive. So it fosters optimism.
That's
Yeah, when
correct.
you are practicing gratitude. We have another
Thanks for yes,
comment.
thanks for
Yeah,
this. Yes,
yeah. Do you
it
want to
says
read it?
of course,
Yeah.
I'm forever grateful for my mom. Hi, Nay. It's called Nay.
Nai. No,
Nay.
it's
I'm
Nai.
sorry,
Yeah,
my
like hi mom.
pronunciation.
Yeah, Nai is like mom in Tagalog.
Oh,
So yeah,
beautiful. I'm learning
yeah,
now. Nay
yeah,
then. Thank you so much. Yes, it's
yeah.
beautiful.
Of course. Uh-huh. And
Go
she
ahead,
she
please.
said that's me, Eileen. Yeah. I know. I figured that it was you, Eileen, because you said hi, Nike, and of course, Tita Delia is. Yeah, we want to read our first question though, because the beginning of the show, we discussed about the health benefits of being grateful. So, for any of you who can name some health benefits of being grateful, you will win a prize. Yeah, the first question: what are the health benefits of being grateful? And we discussed that in the beginning. So just put your answers there. Okay. And then another comment from Facebook user. Things that I'm grateful for are my family and friendship. Oh, yes. Yeah, me too. I want to say, Atala,
Mhm.
in the US, of course, it was hard to come to a new country and you left your family behind, your siblings and friends and relatives. But the good thing is, like, when we came to the US, we actually developed like new families, new friendships. Like we built a very strong community of friends and that we consider even like their extended families. We're not blood related at all, but we became families. You don't have to be related by blood to consider each other as family. So me too.
That's
I agree with
amazing.
you, Facebook user or Eileen. I
But you
agree
know
with
what?
you.
Something else that happens is when you develop this kind of mindset or just way of living, more people come into your life. You develop a relationship. I mean, with more quality. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and also it is interesting because I have seen how when you feel good about yourself, when you are very grateful for, again, the little things in life, the big things, anything that happened, the trials that you embrace, people learn from you. Your reaction, your faith, how you respond toward life, and your gratitude level too. So people are always observing, and you attract obviously, what you have become in life. If you have a
Yes.
grateful heart, people will come to you because they see something in you that is
Yes, you're like
attractive.
a magnet because they
Yes,
feel comfortable. Like
of course.
you're approachable. They know that you're not gonna be rude or you're not, So I don't know. Anyway, she said the last Facebook user that commented things that I'm grateful for are my family and friends. It's not Eileen. So whoever that is, thank you so much. Okay,
To
okay. So thank
continue, we
you.
encourage you to continue sharing. And we can
Yes.
just create this kind of energy of being grateful. Whatever is in your heart, please just share. It's beautiful when we can read your comments. And also we can know that by just adding a little bit into our daily life, a little power of gratitude, it will all encourage us, and make us feel better also, which
I
is
know we're
important.
having fun now in talking about this gratitude and we gonna have to go for a short break again so we can come back and talk more about it.
Definitely.
And hopefully when we come back, there will be more participants or comments that we can read. And
What is estate and why do we plan it? What is estate planning?
But actually, good question. I love that question. What is estate and why do we plan for that? You say essay, we're talking about what comes into your mind.
Mine is like land and property, houses.
Yes, you're right. Assets. That's your estate. That's why when somebody passed away, we settle the estate. That's what we do when we do probate. We settle the estate because the estate is what you left for your loved ones. So while you're alive, you're accumulating this estate. Why we say estate planning? Why?
Hmm.
Well, because mainly the reason why you're doing the planning is you're thinking about what will happen when you pass away, most likely, right?
I
Because
mean, we
that's,
all pass away
I know,
someday.
it's just a matter of when. Hopefully not too soon because we want to enjoy our
Drive safe, eat healthy, go to the gym.
there you go. We're back. We're back again.
Flying,
So we
flying
want
again
to
like always.
yes. The first question, what are some benefits, especially health benefits, or name any benefits that you can think of and that we have mentioned in the show of being grateful? We would love to know what you think about it. And of course, if you are the winner, we're going to send you a surprise gift. So let us know what the answer to the question and we can continue talking about being grateful. Yes.
You remind me something when you're talking about, finding the blessings in the middle of the storm, practically,
Mhm.
finding a way to say thank you even for whatever is happening in this moment. Now I remember when I was coming back from Mexico, when I went through my divorce and I started my life here again with my son and two luggages. You know what it created in me? A resilience mindset. And I always try
Mhm.
to find blessings on those moments. They were
Mhm.
difficult, yes. But you know
Yeah.
what? Like if I have to do something, I didn't have the car at that moment. I was like, I'm able to be in shape now. So I'm gonna go back and forth, running, exercising. So I developed that kind of mentality. Whatever was happening into my life, I was not avoiding, but just
Mhm.
kind of reframing and reframing. And that helped me to see a lot of the blessings in the middle of that moment. Now that
Mhm.
I look back, I say, it's amazing because it's like an exercise. Changing mentality, looking at the good things, looking what you're learning, looking what you want to learn from that moment, from that trial.
Mhm.
It's always
Yes, yes. And yeah, I know it's just so awesome to feel grateful. And I want to share actually with you today. I had a patient I visited. I probably spent probably a good 40, 45 minutes with her. And she has been going through really, really tough times. Like I feel for her. I have the empathy for her. And she's always been very, very appreciative every time I visit her. And she even said, you know, you don't realize what you're doing, but the time that you're lending me and that you're giving me, you don't know how much I really, really appreciate it, she said. So she's been into these very challenging times, and just my presence and listening to her, she appreciates it very much. And she even calls me doc, and it's like, I'm not a doctor, I'm a nurse practitioner. And you know what she said? Oh, I mean, for me, you're a doctor because you take care of us, you listen to us, you spend time with us. So, you know, that gives me a very rewarding feeling, and that just makes me want to do my job better. Like, so the power of gratitude, I felt it. I feel it every time I see or I go see my patients, especially those who are going through difficult times. Because, you know, I deal with patients who are in pain, and we all know pain is there, and it's so hard, it's so subjective, and we don't understand it sometimes, but they're the ones experiencing it. And for the most part, they just really want or need someone to actually listen, to spend time with them, and they appreciate it very much. And that makes our job as nurses even better, because it gives that feeling of being or making a difference in someone's life, even though it's part of our job. But if you do your job sincerely and from the heart, I mean, it's really going to make a difference in people's lives. So anyway, I would like to invite Christian to join me so we can have more conversations here, because I want to learn from Christian too. I want to know.
Surprise!
Surprise, Christian.
I'm
It's good to
here.
have you. By the way,
Yeah.
Christian is our technical guy, and he's so good. And we're so grateful. We're so grateful for Christian. But Christian, I want to
Yeah, it's
know,
my
what are
day
the
off when we're online. I don't do it.
I know, and now I got you in the show. So share to us, what are the things you're grateful for?
Yeah, I love grapefruits. I know they're good for your health. They're good for your heart, for your digestion. I think if you have diabetes, you could also eat grapefruit. You could also make grapefruit juice. That's what we're talking about, right? Grapefruit.
Grapefruit, that's, you are a natural joker, or like that. I love that. You know, I'm grateful not just for your technical abilities, but I'm so grateful for your natural humor. Yeah. So grapefruit, that's
I'm grateful for grapefruits. Grapefruits are the best. I have socks that have grapefruit drawing from them.
that is so funny, Christian. Now you made me laugh. Other than grapefruit, what are the other things you're grateful for?
Uh,
Yeah.
oranges. Oranges are also good. Okay, on a more serious note, a
Yeah.
lot of things. Yeah, mostly like the simple things.
Mm-hmm.
I knew this dancer before I moved here to the US. She was a ballerina, and she
Mm-hmm.
was talking about like, yeah, extending your body and like going to the gym and like knowing your limits. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
being grateful for your body and like,
Mm-hmm.
like making it, knowing like the full potential that you have is like being
Mm-hmm.
grateful for what you have. So like,
Mm-hmm.
don't waste it and like be grateful and also like appreciate it. I think like appreciation is like a very good word to use because we always say thank you to people, like thank you to everyone. We don't even look them in the eye when we thank them, like when we buy
Mm-hmm.
coffee or whatever, or check out at a
Yeah.
grocery store. But like when we tell people that we appreciate them, it's like a different effect and like they really feel it. At least I feel it when someone tells me, hey, I appreciate you. So yeah, that's it. Tell people
Yes,
that.
because I think you're right. Sometimes it becomes an expression, just saying thank
Mm.
you, right? But if it comes from the heart and you say, oh yeah, I really appreciate your time. I appreciate your effort. I mean, that makes, it has a little bit of, effect, like that you can feel from the inside. Anyway, we have some comments. Okay, so Lysel said that, I think she answered the first question. It can change our brain, our brain or mindset, increases our energy, improves sleep. That is right. So we have a winner for our first question, right? So
Yay!
congratulations,
Congrats,
Lysel.
Liza.
Yeah, and then Tita Delia Ligot said, I am grateful for my children. They all love and care for me, and I thank God for having them.
Aw.
Yeah, thank you po. We are grateful for our moms. Although my mom is already in heaven, but yeah, I'm very grateful for my mom as well. So I think you won too, Tita Delia, for the second question, because I think we asked our viewers to name some of the things that they are grateful for. And yeah, we are very, very grateful for the moms.
And like
Moms,
talking about
yeah.
moms and kids, like like it also hits differently when the people you're thankful for, you've had like
Mm-hmm.
really good times and really bad times with them. So, like moms and kids, like you're really thankful for, like, even if this happened, I'm still thankful about it. Even if that happened, I feel like I know there's this one quote where, like, even like not so good things, or like maybe bad things, like at the end of the day, there's something good that comes out of them. And like it may take us
Mm-hmm.
some time to realize it, but like eventually maybe there's some form of like gratefulness that comes out from it.
That's right. And as I said, in any situation that we are in, if we see the positivity of that situation, we can still be grateful because it's a win-win learning experience. It may be
Has it ever
hard
happened
or
to you,
difficult. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
like a
My,
bad experience that eventually, oh, thank God it happened, or if not,
mhm.
this worst thing might have happened?
Yes, that's right. Because like whatever, like my character and attitude is a product, or it's a result of the things that I've gone through. The struggles, the the difficulties, everything that happened in my life, good or bad, are, it's the result now that you see what you see because of those things. And if I didn't exercise, or if I wasn't grateful for everything that I had, even the little things that I had in life, I would be a different person. But I think if you practice gratitude, you develop in you that resilience, optimism, generosity, kindness, name it. Name all
Mm.
those wonderful fruits of the spirit. You can
what's
develop those by
what's
practicing
like a
gratitude.
very specific what's like a specific story that like something bad happened to you, and at the end of the day, oh, turns out it was good anyway?
Well, well, uh, we grew up very poor, right? We grew up very poor. Although our family was kind of like prestigious in our town, like way before, generations before we came. And we grew up very poor, and that became a challenge for me. And that became like a motivation for me. And that became like an inspiration for me to to strive harder, to create a different path and a better future for myself. So, and through those hard times and difficult times, there were people in my life. God brought people in my life that gave us, that showed generosity and supported us. And I am forever grateful for them. So yeah, I it's going to take hours, Christian. If I tell you about all those difficulties that I've gone through, I mean, it's going to take hours. It's going to be a movie, to be honest with you. But anyway,
Mm.
but yeah, pretty much my past life, or my life growing up, has been difficult. But I've always had that attitude of gratitude, because even though it was difficult and really a struggle, we had so many, like, I don't know, experiences about physical, mental, emotional struggles. But look where I am. I mean, it's still the same. There's still difficulties out there. And it's part of life. And I think it's when you actually have that attitude of gratitude, now it makes life easier to deal with any difficulties or hurdles. It makes it easier because you know that at the end of the day, or there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. I think you have that perspective. You have a positive outlook in life and you practice gratitude, right? Do you agree? I
Awesome.
know.
Yeah. Yeah. With that, I think I agree. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we'll share
Yeah.
more, but I think it's time for a break.
Oh, we are again on a break
Yeah.
going.
It's so fast.
Okay. Okay,
We're
we're
back.
back. Atala is not here yet. Okay, well, Atala, wherever you are right now, I hope you're okay. And it's just a pleasure to really have the show with you. But I'm glad and grateful. I really appreciate it, Christian, that
Oh, thank you.
you're always ready. Like
And you
you're
know
just.
what? Another thing,
Mhm.
like how a lot of people are saying like, oh, I'm blessed, hashtag blessed on every post, like everything. It's like humble bragging and then hashtag blessed. But
Mhm.
like, I feel like everyone's blessed, but like not everyone is grateful, right?
Mhm.
So it's like two different things that we need to, I feel like we
Oh,
need to like
yes.
observe. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, if you feel that you are blessed, then express gratitude. We have to be grateful that we
Mhm.
are blessed. And if we are grateful that we are blessed, it's also easier for us to share our blessings, right? Because it fosters or it cultivates generosity, as I've mentioned earlier. If you're grateful for all the blessings that you receive in life, it's easier for you to share it. And that's how we can practice gratitude. So yeah, and as we have said also earlier, it may be a little bit of a challenge for some people to practice gratitude. That's why, what do you think are some of the things that people can do, or tips or exercises that can help them cultivate uh, gratitude in their day-to-day lives? What do you think,
Well,
Christian?
this is just me. I know you have like a whole book about this, but me, what I do personally is like, for example, I get a coffee from a store, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I think for a second, someone like planted these beans, someone harvested this, someone watered this, someone took really good care of this, and then like
Mm-hmm.
someone shipped this to this place, someone else grinded it, like so many hands, so many people
Yes.
that are involved in just making like a cup of coffee or a piece of bread or like food. And it's amazing that I'm even holding something like that I couldn't even make myself like properly, right? So it's
Yeah.
baffling like how much effort put into stuff that we don't like really appreciate every day. So like I when I think about that, I feel grateful.
Wow. So it seems like every little sip of that coffee is just like the aroma and the taste. You
And it
tend
tastes
to
better.
appreciate
Yeah.
it more.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. And it makes it taste really awesome because you're just so grateful. Wow. That is very deep. You're thinking of like different layers. Like
Mhm.
you think
Like,
of
if
all.
someone cooks
Yeah.
for you, right? It's special when someone cooks for you. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter if it's fast food, but someone
Mhm.
cooked for you. Like, can we appreciate that? Like,
Yeah,
right?
it's the effort, right? you know, yeah, and I can share it too. In my family, of course, my kids, when they try to do the chores, it may be something that because you have different ways, right? Like just simply washing the dishes. So I'm a little bit anal when it comes to that. I have my own way. I want the sink to be really clean and all that. And I kid you not, I'm sharing it to people that I can tell who washed the dishes. But I have come to appreciate that it doesn't matter if it doesn't go with how you want it done, but it's the effort. It's the effort that
Mhm.
they
Yeah,
put in doing
yeah,
that for you. I mean, even that simple thing, if you are grateful, then that makes them feel good because you appreciate them. And it makes you feel good too
yeah.
because you know how to appreciate, even though it's not the way
Mhm.
you want things done, right?
And
So,
if you appreciate people, I feel like they would want to do better next time, right? Rather than if they don't feel appreciated, they're probably not gonna do it anymore, or they're gonna do it worse, right? Because they're
yes.
not gonna get appreciated anyway, right?
That's right. That's right. So I mean, it's just very, very powerful. And another way I think that we can practice gratitude, because we learn this a lot from the gurus out there, the experts of self growth and development and positive mindset. They always tell you that you can actually start by even writing, like journaling,
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
before you go to bed you can write what are the things that you are grateful for the day. Like imagine how many minutes we have a day. So if you can just write few things, that can be a good start. And as you keep
Mm-hmm.
doing it, you also internalize it and then it just becomes natural. It will just come out that you are grateful for everything because you are journaling it. And also, one thing too that's really powerful uh, that I've learned is you can even record yourself, right? Just turn on your voice memo on
Uh,
your phone and you can recite or you can enumerate or you can verbalize the things that you are grateful for. And then until it becomes, again, it just comes out naturally. And they can feel, if you actually practice, you can feel the sincerity from people when they're actually saying how you appreciate them. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I think that's a good exercise, right? Anything else you
Yeah.
can think?
When we have meetings in Unipro, one of the nonprofits we have, I am part of, we have like a check-in question. So every time we have a meeting, we say like, not just like, how was your day, but like
Mhm.
one like random question, like, what is your favorite movie or whatever. And one
Mhm.
night, there was this one question. It's like, what's one thing that made you cry this week or like made you cry recently? And I was like, easily, I was like, Um, when I was at church, I was like enumerating all the people that have helped me and like was
Mhm.
thanking for them, and it's like, and then just tears just started like pouring, and like, and I'm not even like asking for anything. I'm just thanking like each person on each organization I'm with, and you know how many organizations I'm with. I name them one by one in my mind, and it's like, you feel better. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I think because you can subconsciously also practice
Mhm.
gratitude, as you said, even just every day, like when something is going on at work, it's a negative situation, and you can redirect your thoughts and just think of the positive outcome and just be grateful because at the end of the day, no matter what, I mean, we are grateful for our job. So we should always think of that too.
Mhm.
Because a lot of times when we come to work, oh my God, I've been there. Like
Yeah.
when I was a charge nurse, I mean, there are people that would come and you do
Oh,
the
no.
assignment. And if you complain, like in the beginning
Yeah.
of your shift, it just gonna make things worse.
Mhm.
Yeah, but if you accept things with a grain of, with gratitude, then you can make your day better.
Yeah.
It just sets the tone.
Yo,
It just, yeah. Mm-hmm.
what I
So,
also like on reframing stuff, I've heard this one thing was like, instead of saying like, I gotta do this again, just think of like, oh, I get to do this again. Like I get
mhm.
to, like, if you're a nurse, like I get to like help people again. Is that instead of like, I gotta help these people again. You get the opportunity to do this stuff, and not everyone gets that opportunity, right?
Mhm. Yeah, and we have to think that, I mean, we chose we chose this profession.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this profession is the one that's giving our families or providing for our families. This profession is help enabling us to help other people, to help our families, provide for our families. So we should always be grateful, because if we don't have a job, imagine what kind of life we would have. So I know it's easier said than done at times, because as I said, I mean, if we're not used to actually practicing gratitude and being grateful with the things that we have in life, even with the little things in life, then it's hard for us to really appreciate even the bigger blessings. So
Mm-hmm. I
sharing,
guess
yeah, go ahead.
I guess like personal question is like, yes, being gratitude is okay, but like when do you think is like the limit of like, yes, I'm grateful, but like people deserve more, right?
Hmm.
When, like, was there an experience you've had that's like that, where you're like, yeah, I appreciate this and I'm grateful for this, but I think, I deserve more than this, or like I'm not being treated right over here?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think that only happens if those negative thoughts of envy or jealousy set in, and sometimes it happens to people, and then that's when we start to actually like question, yeah, you're right, question like, I or ask that we, or say that we deserve more than this. But I think for
Mm-hmm.
me there's no limit, because as I
Mm-hmm.
said, if we are grateful of the little things that we have in life, we can be grateful of anything. And yeah, life is not perfect. Our thoughts are not perfect. We can have those negative thoughts at times, but if we turn or redirect those thoughts into a more positive way, we can still be grateful. Because I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying that, I'm perfect, but I do have those sometimes. Yeah, I work harder than these people, or you know what I mean? Or it's like, why is it that this
Yeah.
person is blessed more when I'm trying to, uh, yeah, some people may question
Mm-hmm.
that, why are
Or
these people,
sometimes
yeah.
it's not even like someone like as the same level as you. It's just like
Mhm.
sometimes, people take advantage of people who are just grateful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's true,
Yeah.
because you always are positive, and they think that, I know what you mean. There are some people that would take advantage of that, and they will just step down on you and put you down and all that, because they know that no matter what they do, you're not going to react, right? Because just because you have that
Mm-hmm.
attitude of gratitude. And it's true. But I think
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, as long as what we're doing is right, not just in the eyes of people, but in the eyes of our divine creator. And that's what really matters. Because if you want to make a difference and live your purpose in this life, we try to share what's positive, and we
Mm-hmm.
try to not cater or try not to delve into or be influenced by whatever negative things happening in this world. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we
I feel
really
like
hope,
it's
yeah,
also, uh yeah, it's nice that we're being grateful for other people, but we should also strive like to make other people feel grateful that they have us, right? Like
yes,
make that chain of gratefulness like round, because
yes,
like just be kind, and people will be grateful, and it doesn't have to be like a big thing. You don't have to be to do like a big favor, like what I said, just like getting someone coffee, they would be grateful for you, and
yes, it's, and it becomes a ripple effect. If
Mhm.
they, it's contagious, right? If you are always grateful, then people will learn to be grateful. And we should always give that opportunity for other people to express gratitude, right? It's not just us. It's like a symbiotic relationship. Like we are, we just are not the ones experiencing the positive effects of gratefulness, but we give opportunity for others also to experience those benefits of being grateful. So I think that's how we can create a more positive and
Mhm.
make a difference in this world. So that's been a very, very good conversation. And I really
Yeah.
appreciate you,
I
Christian,
appreciate you too. Yeah, I
for
appreciate
joining me because it made the
Liza for
conversation
also helping
real.
us out.
Yes. And again, to all our viewers, those of you who joined us tonight, we appreciate you. You don't only know how it makes us feel good that we are able to share some of our experiences and give you a dose of inspiration, motivation, positivity in this world that we are, there's a lot of things going on, chaos in other parts of the
Mhm.
world, but we are hoping that we are able to, give you a little bit of enlightenment, encouragement, and help in going through these day-to-day challenges of life. And we thank you so much for tuning in again tonight. And congratulations to our winners, Lysel, Lysandra, and of course, Tita Ligot Dizon. Congratulations. We're going to send you your surprise gifts. For our next show, we're going to be talking about the power of forgiveness. I love this topic too. I think we have a video for that. Can we show that? The video for the power of forgiveness?
We frequently find ourselves bound by the chains of previous pains, yet envision the freedom that comes from letting such burdens go.
Be a part of our journey as we uncover the concealed strength of forgiveness, with MJ and Atala in the spotlight.
Join us as we unleash the transformative force within, the power of forgiveness. Immerse yourself in the healing journey of releasing grudges and embracing peace.
Tune in live Monday, November 13th, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yes, I'm so
Yeah.
excited. And we're talking all about this power of gratitude, forgiveness, because it's the holiday season. We have to set the
Yes.
tone for a joyful season, and hopefully it's not just for the holidays. Our goal is that we practice all this virtues and this positive behaviors and character and all that we practice every day. It's not just during holidays, but I think it's just timely for it, right? Right?
It's an opportunity, a new opportunity
Yes.
for us. Like, if
Yes.
you've been looking for that, like, hey, give me a sign that I should forgive this person, this is it, right?
Mhm. Yes. And then, Thanksgiving is just around the corner. So
Mhm.
let's practice gratitude. And again, tonight, thank you to those who joined us. Thank you, Christian.
Thank
Thank you. I
you.
really appreciate your time, your expertise, and your willingness to just jump in and make the show better. So see you again next week for another wonderful conversation with Atala and me and maybe Christian again. We'll see. All
I don't
right.
know any fruits that rhyme with
Okay.
forgiveness, so I don't know.
All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Hi. Is
Oh,